Hey, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful show that we're having tonight, all about dream meanings and unlocking the hidden messages within your dreams. I asked you guys a while ago to vote on what show you wanted, and this is the show that won. So here you go. We're talking about dreams and dream meanings. So I hope you guys have been keeping up with your dream journals. And I hope you guys have some interesting stuff for me to analyze today, because if not, it's going to be a boring ass show. So, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are all here. I'm going to, as usual, give you guys a couple of minutes to kind of get on and get going. So, let me ask some questions. How's everybody's day going? How you all doing? Did you guys have a good day? Did you have a bad day? How you feeling? It is kind of cold and raining here. I'm having a cup of tea. So my belly was hurting a little while ago. So I'm soothing it with some English breakfast tea. Tazo. I'm going to put this here so I don't spill it all over my computer like a boss. So I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope that you're enjoying this week that we're heading into. So I've done shows about dreams before. And so some of you guys have seen those shows, some of you haven't. So I'm just going to run down a few simple things. A couple of dream facts. Firstly, when you receive messages in your dreams, a lot of times they're not literal, they're more symbolic. So try to pick apart the symbols in your dreams. Try to pick apart what your dreams are telling you. And the best way to do this is to have a journal or a book right by your bed, so that when you wake up, you can write this stuff down immediately. Because a lot of times what will happen is you'll have a dream and then you'll forget what you dreamt, and then you'll miss out on some of the really important symbolism. So always try to have a dream journal that's right near your bed, so that every morning when you wake up, you can write things down. Another thing that I would encourage you guys to do is, before you go to sleep at night, ask questions that you want your dreams to kind of give you answers to. And this really does work. This can help you out. So in your dream journal before bed, just write down a couple of questions, things that are bothering you, things that you don't know the answer to, because a lot of times your dreams will give you those answers. Your subconscious mind, a lot of the times, has the answers that you're looking for. And your dreams are all about your subconscious mind having its chance to kind of run the show for a little while. And that's why dreams are so weird and awkward sometimes, because it's like your subconscious mind is just running amok and can create a lot of weird things. So let me talk to you guys a little bit about some common symbols that we all have, that we've all dreamt before. So dreaming about being in school. We've all had dreams about being back at school. Those of you who are in school, it doesn't apply as well, but mostly for people who have graduated school, you might have dreams that you're in school again. And that's a symbol for needing to learn something, feeling like you need to learn something, or feeling like you're not good at something and you have to improve. So it depends on what's going on in the school or how you're feeling about school. But a lot of times being in a school building is about learning. Another common dream is the phone, either a ringing phone or being on the phone. A lot of times you'll be on a phone in a dream, but you won't be able to hear clearly what the other person is saying. So a phone in a dream represents communication. So if the phone call in the dream goes through and it's clear communication, that's a sign that maybe that's something that you need to tell the person, or it's a sign that you need to hear, you're getting a message. But if the phone call doesn't go through, if like a ringing phone that's never answered, or somebody that's calling you and you can't hear them properly, it may mean that you and the person that you're talking to in the dream need to have better communication. Another thing is dreaming about snakes. A lot of times people dream about snakes, and snakes are kind of a euphemism for sex. So when you're dreaming about snakes, you are dreaming about sex. And a lot of times people have fear that they're being chased by a snake or being bit by a snake. And a lot of times that could have to do with an old boyfriend or an old lover, or somebody from your past, and either you're still trying to forget about them, or you're scared of getting hurt again, once bitten, twice shy kind of thing. So these are very common dreams that we all tend to have. Another common dream, and I had this a lot when I was little. is to be in a car, to dream about being in a car, whether you're driving or whether you're either the driver or the passenger. But when you dream about being in a car, it has to do with movement and direction and the direction that your life is going. And if you're driving the car and you're in that dream and you're driving well, it's a sign that, your life is going in a good direction. You're feeling in control and it's positive. But if you're in the dream and you're having trouble driving that car, or you're a passenger in the car, it's a sign that you're not in control of your own life and that you may need to take the reins. You may need to start being a little bit more decisive rather than letting people kind of figure out what they want to do or tell you what to do rather than you figuring it out yourself, if that makes sense. So I want to ask you guys real quick, can you hear the heater that I have on? I have a heater on in the background, and I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but if you can, let me know if it bothers you. If it bothers you, I'll turn it off and just freeze myself to death for you guys, because that's love. But if it doesn't bother you, I'm just going to keep it on because I'm a little cold. Also, do me a favor and share this video with your friends. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Insta, share the links to this video, whether you're on Zoom or whether you're on YouTube. Let other people know, because one of the most popular things that I get asked about on a daily basis by my clients is dream interpretation. I think dream interpretation is a fascinating thing. It's so cool to kind of know that your dreams are sending you messages. And a lot of people are fascinated with this topic. So if you know a friend who maybe had a weird dream recently, or a friend who is just interested in this kind of stuff, or a friend who you think would just enjoy the show, share this video for me. I would really appreciate that. And they might enjoy it and then be thankful that they have such a cool and awesome friend as you. I'm sorry that I'm drinking so much, but this tea is making me feel good. So we're going to just go with it. So I'm just going to see, I got a comment here. Cannot hear the heater. Oh, cool. Thank you so much. I think that's Alia. My eyes are so bad. I think that's Alia. So thank you. So in a second, I'm going to ask you guys to share your dreams and share your dreams with me. I just want to see how many people are on here. I got 3 people on here, or 2 people, and then me. So I'm not sure if anybody else is going to be joining tonight, but I'm going to talk about some other cool and interesting dream facts. And I did mention this in the other show. And when I read this, it freaked me out. I don't know why, but it freaked me out. And that was that whoever you see in the dream, a lot of times we'll dream about people and we'll see them as like just a random, like, oh, this random old lady. But whoever you dream about in a dream is somebody you met in your life. It may not be somebody that you know well. It may be somebody that you just passed on the street. It may be somebody that you just was like a cashier at the restaurant you went to. But it is somebody that you physically have seen, because the subconscious mind doesn't have the ability to create an actual like face. It doesn't have the ability to create a human face. So whoever you see in the dream, it's somebody that you've seen in your life more than likely in the past week. Another thing is, a lot of times when you dream, whatever you're dreaming about is something that has to do with the past week. So that's kind of how the subconscious mind works. It's whatever's going on in your life within a week, you'll usually get signs for. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is lucid dreaming. And lucid dreaming is something that I have quite frequently. And it's where you're dreaming and you know that you're dreaming. And this is kind of an interesting thing. When it first started happening to me, it would scare me, because I'd feel like I was in this weird zone where I was lying, like where I was being lied to, or I was being tricked in some way. Like I know I was dreaming, and I'd want to like wake myself up. And so I would be like struggling to try to wake myself up. And now I've learned to just kind of enjoy the lucid dream. And a lot of times you can control, if you have the ability to lucid dream, and I don't know how to tell you how to lucid dream. There's a lot of meditations and stuff out there that you guys can try. I've never tried to lucid dream. It just happens to me frequently. I'm not sure why, but just try to enjoy the moment of what you're dreaming, and try to just enjoy the dream rather than being afraid of it. It's not anything to be afraid. Maybe nobody else is afraid of it, but I used to be afraid of it. Another thing that I used to get frequently, and is very common in people in their 20s, is sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is when you are basically in the middle of kind of just coming out of REM sleep and going into the sleep before you wake up. When you go into REM sleep, your body becomes paralyzed. It's like your nervous system or your muscles, they all go limp and you become paralyzed, because if you didn't become paralyzed, you would be dreaming, you'd be doing whatever you were dreaming about. So playing tennis or running or whatever, you wouldn't be able to rest. So the body paralyzes you when you're in that zone. And then so sometimes what happens is you start to become conscious or semi-conscious while your body is still paralyzed from the REM sleep. And that is a freaky feeling, people, because it's scary, because your mind tends to play tricks on you and you'll start to hallucinate. You may hear voices, you may see shadowy figures, and it's a very scary thing to feel like there's something going on around you and you're paralyzed and you can't do anything. You can't talk, you can't scream, you can't do anything. Another thing that can happen during sleep paralysis, which had happened to me frequently, is the feeling of being dragged or pushed or spinning. I would get that often where I just feel like I was spinning, spinning, spinning. And it's a very disorienting kind of feeling, and you have no control because you have no control. It's just this force is kind of just happening. So it can be overwhelming and scary. But if this happens to you, what I would say is the advice that I researched is to try and don't panic, don't freak out, just try to calm yourself down. You're going to be conscious enough to realize it's happening. You'll be conscious enough to understand what it is now that you know. So just try to focus on moving a small part of your body, like moving a finger or moving a toe. Focusing your energy on trying to move that one body part, the small body part, will give you enough concentration and focus to wake yourself up and get you out of this situation. So, dreams can be a very weird place. Some more common things that dream symbols are water. A lot of times people dream about water, and when you're dreaming about water, it's a symbol for emotions, whatever emotions that you're feeling. So depending on what the water is doing, is the water calm and placid? Is the water like a raging ocean? Is the water just calm waves? The water is a symbol for how you're feeling emotionally, and the more turmoil you're dealing with, the more you're going to see those rough waters. And if you dream about being underwater, then that is symbol for your subconscious and your subconscious emotions. And when you go underwater, whatever's going on underneath there, if it's murky, if it's got a bunch of algae and stuff, that could be a sign that you're, having a lot of things that you're harboring subconsciously that you may need to work with or kind of overcome. So these are things to think about when you dream about water. I just saw that I got a comment, so I'm going to read that real quick. Oh, Erica just says hi. Hey, Erica, thank you for joining. We're talking about dreams. So you guys can start, if you have any dreams that you want me to analyze for you, you can start writing them down. If you want, you can call in if you want to talk about your dreams instead of writing it down. If you want to be on the phone, you don't have to be on video, but just if you don't want to be on video or phone, you can just write them down. But this is definitely the time. I want to say, anybody who's watching this on YouTube, welcome, and I'm really glad that you're here, and I hope that you're enjoying the show. But if you want to become interactive, you want me to analyze your dreams for you, you need to come on over to Zoom, because that's where the party's at. What? So other common things that people dream about often is pregnancy. A lot of times people will call me and they'll say, oh, I dreamt about pregnancy, or I'm pregnant, or I dreamt about a baby. And a pregnancy or a baby is a symbol of a new opportunity. It doesn't always mean like an actual baby. It could mean a new opportunity, a new job offer, a new situation coming your way. Sometimes it's a new relationship, but a baby is a blessing, an abundance. It's a positive sign. Another thing is that people often dream about is death. They dream somebody died, or they dream that they are going to die. And that dream of death is always signifying an end of something. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, but it's the end of a situation. It's the end of something. And so that can be scary because they'll dream that so and so died, or they had to deal with a dead bird or something like that. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just an ending. And that's the way that you should see dreaming about death. Each dream is different. So it depends on the significant details of the dream. I'm giving you guys just broad spectrums. Another thing that I would tell you guys about is when you dream about a house. The house is kind of a symbol for us. So if you dream about an attic, that represents the mind, it represents knowledge and the brain. It could also represent the subconscious, or I'm sorry, not the subconscious, the mind, or skills, logic, that kind of thing. Sorry, my attic is a little dusty. If you dream about a kitchen can mean your heart, your warmth, your love, your nourishment. A lot of times, if you dream about a basement can be the subconscious. So, depending on what room it is in the house, the bedroom can be about your sex life and your relationship. So, these things kind of correlate with those things. So a lot of times if you have a dream that you're in a bedroom and the bedroom is really austere and really formal and really like minimalistic, then you might not be having the best sex life. Maybe you're repressed. Maybe you're afraid. If the bedroom is really messy and dirty and dingy, then maybe you're in a relationship that you shouldn't be in. And maybe that's a sign that, this is not a good situation for you. So the symbols really do unlock a lot for us. I just got a comment, so I'm going to read the comment and see what this is about. So pardon me real quick. What does it mean when you dream that you are always in a new place you are always in a new place, but with people you know? Well, to me, and I'm gonna read this for you specifically and not like just in general. I mean, because dreams can be specific, and it means that you don't feel settled in life, that you know who you want to be with, the people, but you haven't found your path yet. That's if you're always in a new place and you're always in a place that's new and unfamiliar, it means that you haven't found your home, you haven't found your path, you haven't found your destiny yet. And that's how I would see that dream, that you're still trying to figure yourself out and find yourself. And that's what that dream means. Another common dream that people have is being chased. I get that a lot. Like, oh, I've had this dream that I was being chased by something. And chased, when you're feeling like you're being chased by something, it's about feeling under pressure, under the gun. It's about feeling stressed. It's about feeling like you're not doing enough and your life is kind of going faster than you. So it's really about stress. And a lot of times in the dream, if you get away, it's a good sign. Like, well, you're going to solve whatever problem, whatever stress you're going through, you're going to overcome it. If you get caught, then you may have some stuff to deal with. And that's that. So I'm going to just read the other comments. Okay, this is from Lois. I was on a planet. Okay, I'm sorry. I was on the planet Uranus. I was in the passenger of a golf cart. I was a passenger in the. Sorry, guys, my reading sucks. I was driving and running for president of the planet. Cool, you go, girl, Lois. I was in an apartment. It's nice and quiet. Door, and there were throngs of people outside. My mother was there. Okay, so when you dream about being on another planet, usually it's because you want to. It's an escape. You want to escape where you are, and the fact that you were in the driving the golf cart and you were in the driver's seat is a good thing, and it means that you're taking your life in new directions. For me, I would say being on this new planet is showing me that you're ready to move on to new territories. You're ready to go and explore new parts of your life. You're ready to become, maybe you're going to move. That's kind of one of my strongest feelings is this is letting you know that you're going to move somewhere else. But it's basically it's about exploration, it's about change, and it's about being ready for change. The fact that you are running for president is kind of a good thing because it really means you're taking charge of your own life and you're taking charge of what's going on. Now, as far as the throngs of people outside, it depends on how you felt about them and what they made you feel. Did you feel like happy? Did you feel elated? Did you feel stressed out? That could have something to do with maybe why you're making this move or the direction that you want to move in. But I feel like this dream is kind of saying that you're ready to move on and you're ready to have a new adventure. And it's been a while since you've had a new adventure, but this is your time to kind of go in that direction. So I'm going to read the comment that Erica wrote. What does it mean when you dream about your teeth falling out? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Ali wrote that. I don't know why Erica wrote. I thought Erica wrote that. Teeth falling out. Okay. That dream happens to me. It hasn't happened in a while, but it used to happen to me often, and it would freak me out. And it was always the teeth on this side for some reason. It was always like these teeth, and they would just start coming out, and it'd be like so many. Oh my God, so many. Sorry. Anyway, usually this teeth falling out is a sign that you have a dental problem. That's usually what it is. It could be obscurely, it could be a sign of prosperity and luck, obscurely, but more than likely, it's a sign that you may have some dental issues that you need to address. It could also be a sign of stress. Teeth coming out in a dream is often a sign also of loss, stress, fear of losing something, losing identity. So it could be a stress related thing, but it's usually either stress or you have a dental issue. That's usually what it is. Okay, I'm looking for a new condo. Surprised about the things, the throngs. Okay, so if you were surprised about the people, there's two different kinds of surprises. It's like surprise and like, yeah, oh my God, this is amazing. I love it so much. Or surprise, like, holy shit, where did all these people come from? I'm cursing a lot tonight. Sorry. Hopefully Google doesn't hurt me. But that could be a surprise as well. Like, oh God, I am so surprised at these people. So it depends on how the surprise was a good surprise or a bad surprise. But I think that for me, what I would say is that maybe you're facing a block or a fear that you have to let new people in. And it's something that you have to kind of face the blockage or face the fear so that you can actually have meaningful relationships. You've had some bad situations in the past. And so the people being outside in all these groups is kind of like you need to face your fear of letting people in so that you can start to have more meaningful relationships and be more open. You guys are giving me such awesome stuff to talk about, like so cool. Somebody else wrote something. Maybe I am wrong. So you guys are doing awesome. Anybody who's watching me on YouTube, welcome to the party. You guys want me to analyze your dreams, you need to get on Zoom and come on over here because Zoom is where it's at, and I will analyze your dreams for you guys. There's a lot of really good online dream dictionaries. One of the ones that I like is Dream Moods A to Z. And I've been using that one for years. You can buy books. There's tons of books about dreams, but that one I like because I feel like it's very accessible. They have a lot of different dream terminology. You can get it online. You can get an app for your phone. So like it's accessible that, you know, a lot of times when we have a dream, we don't have like our computer right next to us in bed. We have our phone usually. So you can like look it up on your phone to find out what it is and decipher and decode your dreams in the morning. So that's a really good way to go. Look at my lipstick. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's so bright in here. The lighting is really good. You guys can't see it, but I have like lipstick rings around my cup. Okay. I'm looking. Okay. What if you dream about your exes all being in the same dream and all of them wanting to connect but feel overwhelmed? Wow. Okay. For that, what I would say, and it's very common to dream about your exes. And when you're dreaming about your exes, it means that there's unresolved issues. Not that you necessarily want to get back together with your exes, but there's something unresolved. There's something, some form of closure that you didn't get. And if you're dreaming about all your exes, it means that there's a common thread between the two of them, or the two of them, between all of them. There's like a common thread that you need closure on. And if you don't get the closure, then you're not going to be able to move forward and find like healthy, meaningful relationships. And it can be really hard to find closure, especially if you don't have a good connection with your ex where you can actually talk to them. And sometimes you have like residual anger or sadness or hurt feelings or just whatever it could be. And the one thing that I can suggest is it can be hard to get closure when you can't communicate with the person for whatever reason, and you can't just have a sit down where you can say, hey, you hurt my feelings, they can apologize, and you can like move on with your life. What I would suggest is to write a letter to each of the exes that were in that dream, and just write whatever you need to write to them. Scream, yell, curse, whatever you need to say, whatever emotions that are inside of you that you need to get out, you need to get out of you. And so write a letter to each of your exes, and then take those letters and either crumple them up and throw them in the trash, rip them up, burn them. You don't have to give the letters to your exes, but just get it out of you and get it out of your body, and then destroy the letters. And that's a good way to kind of help find closure. A lot of times we carry stuff with us. Like I remember when I broke up with one of my boyfriends, and I didn't have a conversation with him about it. We broke up, and I never had like a closure. So we never talked about it. It was just like, that was it. It was done. And I remember for the longest time carrying around like all these words in my head, all these feelings and emotions in my head about things that I was upset about and things that were hurting me or bothering me. And I never talked to him about it the way that I should have. I never addressed it with him. So I never had the chance to have that closure. So I had to find closure on my own. And eventually it just went away. I found the closure and I was able to move on my own. But sometimes, you're not going to be able to get the closure with the person. So write a letter, and that will help you to kind of seal it and move on. But I think that there's a lot of fear and hurt feelings and fear that needs to be dealt with so that you can feel whole and you can move forward. Okay, hold on. What about if you never remember, if you never remember your dreams or hardly ever accept nightmares? Okay. Hey, Katie. Wait, is that Katie? Hey, Katie, how are you doing? I'm one of those people too. I don't really remember my dreams very often. And that's okay. If you wake up and you don't remember your dreams, that just means that you didn't really need to remember them. You didn't really need to remember them. You really only tend to remember dreams if there's something meaningful there for you to kind of learn from them. Whether you remember it or not, we all dream every night. We all have that dream. As soon as we hit the REM sleep, bam, showtime. And so we always have dreams, but we don't remember them always if they're not significant. So it's very common to wake up and feel like you haven't dreamt anything. You have, you just don't, it's not important for you. So if you're not remembering it, don't stress about that. If you are having nightmares, the nightmares are trying to tell you something. Even the scariest nightmare is trying to tell you something. It's happening for a reason. It's happening so you can learn from it and grow from it. And sometimes dreams can be really, really scary and overwhelming. And sometimes you have to just try to face them and break down the symbolism until it makes sense. Like you can dream about a big spider and be scared of that big spider and feel like that could be a terrifying thing. And maybe the spider is chasing you, and it's a scary thing. But a spider is just a symbolism for strong women. It's symbolism for strong, like, women, and like a strong woman, a sexual woman, a woman who knows what she wants. People be beeping horns outside. I'm putting on a show. Mama's working. Not now. So it's, if you learn to break it down, it becomes less scary. Sometimes you have to face your fears in order to figure out what your dreams are trying to tell you. And once you can do that, then it'll be a lot easier to deal with things. We all have nightmares. Nightmares are very scary and overwhelming and upsetting, but you can definitely, once you learn to kind of break down the symbols, it makes them easier to deal with, easier to handle. I have a nightmare of falling. What does that mean? Okay, who's asking that? Okay, Erica has a nightmare of falling. What about hidden rooms? Okay, so let's talk. Oh, Diane, hi, how are you? Hi, guys, welcome to the show. Okay, so as far as a dream of falling is, again, another thing about stress. Falling, you're out of control. You don't feel like you're in control of your life. When you're falling, you're just, you're falling. So to dream that you're falling is a sign that you're feeling under stress, under pressure, out of control. And it just means that you have to get more grounded in your life. You have to get more stability in your life. So maybe make a schedule, maybe try to keep to that schedule, make a to-do list. Maybe you need emotional grounding. So I did a whole video about how to ground yourself spiritually and emotionally. Another trick that I just learned recently, that's really good for grounding yourself if you're having like a panic attack or you're freaking out, is to try to find 5 things that you can see. So 5 things that you can see. I'm going to do it right now for you guys. My ring light, my mouse puppet, my mirror, my mouse, and myself in the reflection. So, and then find 5 things that you can listen to. And you may not always hear 5 things, but just as many things as you can listen to. My heater, some traffic outside. That's pretty much it. And then 5 things that you like the smell of. So coffee, lemons, oranges, jasmine. I can't think of a 5th thing. So it helps to ground you. It helps to get you out of the anxiety and into a place of feeling more grounded. So if you're feeling like you're falling a lot, it just means that you need more grounding in your life. You need to be more grounded. Hidden rooms. Okay, so hi, Dana. Hidden rooms is basically more about the subconscious, and it's more about an area of your life that you are afraid to acknowledge. Sometimes the hardest thing is to acknowledge yourself and to acknowledge your flaws. We all want to think better of ourselves. We all want to see ourselves in a better way, and sometimes it's harder to look at the uglier side of yourself. And sometimes these hidden rooms have to do with acknowledging parts of yourself that you don't like. It also could be a reference to hidden trauma. If you've suffered abuse, if you've suffered any kind of abuse or neglect, especially during childhood, that hidden room might have to do with that subconscious trauma that you've been holding on to. I do an energy clearing technique, if anybody's interested, where I can help you guys go in and find the hidden traumas and clean them out and replace it with positive energy. So if anybody's interested in that, just send me a message and we'll work that out. But a lot of times a hidden room is about a hidden part of yourself that you're not happy about. And what I would urge you to do is try to see what's in that hidden room in your dream. If you have the ability to go into that room in your dream, and even if you're not dreaming, try to find a way to meditate and go into that hidden room and see what's in there. And maybe it'll just be a letter, maybe it'll just be a color, maybe it'll just be an animal, but whatever it is, there's something to gain from that imagery and that knowledge, and that will help you out a lot. And so it's just about a part of yourself that you're not comfortable with. And it like I said, it could be from trauma, it could be from abuse, or it could just be some negative part of yourself that you don't like. Maybe you're more lazy than you want to admit. Maybe you're more bitchy than you want to admit. And maybe that's something that you need to change in order to feel better about yourself. We all have bad habits. What about hidden rooms? Feeling happy when I find them. Oh, well, then that's a good thing. If you feel happy when you find the hidden rooms, then that could be uncovering hidden talents, uncovering parts of yourself. It's about uncovering parts of yourself, things about yourself. So it could be uncovering, hidden strength or hidden talents, things like that. But when you find this hidden room, think about what's in it and think about what it has to do with you as a person. Is there treasure in it? Maybe it's a sign that you're more resourceful than you want to give yourself credit for. Is there a beautiful butterfly in it? Maybe you need to set yourself free and try new things and be brave. So it just depends on what's in the room. But if you feel good about it and you're happy, then it's a release and it's something positive about yourself. So I don't know if anybody else has any. I don't even know what time it is. Okay. So I don't know if anybody else has any questions about dreams. Again, anybody on YouTube, come on over to Zoom if you want to get your dreams analyzed by moi. This tea is so good. So in a few minutes, in a minute or two, once I make sure that everybody's had the chance to have their dreams analyzed and had any questions about dreams kind of taken care of, we're going to play a game and give away some free psychic readings because we all know that that's a fun part of the evening. This is my handy little notebook. I love this heart emoji. This is my favorite one. So. All right, while I'm waiting to see if anybody has any questions, we're going to do some psychic games. I'm going to test and see how psychic you guys are. And usually you guys are really, really, really good. Really good. So the first psychic question that I'm going to ask you guys, and whoever gets this right, is going to get a 10-minute reading. So the question is, what color am I thinking of? Okay, I'm going to write it down and then I'm going to send it to you guys. And when I ask you this question, it's going to be one of the colors of the rainbow spectrum. So one of the colors that you'll see, so this way you guys don't have to go crazy thinking of every color in the color palette, but there's 7 colors in the rainbow. I'm thinking about one of these colors, and you guys can totally Google this. I'm not going to hold it against you to find out what the colors are, but 10 minutes to go to the first person who guesses this. And I'm writing the color down right now. I'm going to hold this up so you guys can't cheat. So I wrote the color down. I'm looking at it right now. Closing my eyes, and I'm picturing the color right now. Okay. Let's see if anybody guessed the color. Nope, nope, nope. Keep going, guys. Nobody's guessed it so far. You can totally guess again. If you guessed already and you guessed wrong, you can guess again. Let's guess again. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, you guys. You guys are so close. You don't even know. Yes, somebody got it. Lois, you got it. Blue. You got it, Lois. You have like 80 million minutes already. You always win. So I'm just going to write in my notebook that Lois won that one. All right, you guys are so psychic, and you probably already know that. All right, you guys. Clear the air. Clear the air. Okay. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. I'm going to write the number down. Hopefully you guys can't see the number. I'm writing it down. I want you guys to tell me, whoever tells me is going to get a 10-minute free reading. So, I'm looking at the number right now. I'm projecting the number to you guys. What is the number? Ooh, wow. Okay. Somebody already got it. Somebody already got it. It is Alia. Alia, you won. I'm going to write your name. Alia. Ooh. I'm going to write your name down next to this. You guys are good. You always surprise me. Alia, I always spell your name with 2 L's. I know it's only 1 L, but I always put that extra L. So you should start putting an extra L in your name because I think it looks good. Just throw that extra L in there. Okay. We'll do one more game. I'm going to ask you guys again. Also on YouTube, if you guys want to come over and win a free psychic reading, take a few seconds and come on over here so you can join in. Also, I'm going to ask you guys again, if you have any other dream questions, anything about dreams, anything you want to analyze for me, any weird dream that you had. I once had a dream that I married an iguana, a singing, dancing, talking iguana. That was my dream. That's what happened. So, okay. So, I was going to ask you a question, but it's too easy for some of you, so I'm not going to do that. I was going to ask you guys what my birthday was, but some of you already know that really well, so that would kind of be cheating. All right, let's do this one. Okay, I'm thinking of an astrological sign. I'm going to write it down. I'm talking about not normal, that was the wrong word, Western astrology. So not Chinese astrology, not Celtic astrology, but just normal run-of-the-mill Western astrology. I'm thinking of a sign. I'm writing it down. The first person to guess this right gets 10 minutes. You got 12 options to choose from. I wrote it down. So you guys, whoever guesses this first, okay, let's see. Nope. So far, nope. You guys have not got, oh, somebody got it. Katie, you got it. Scorpio. You got it. You're psychic. You are psychic. So let me just write your name down. Anybody who has 1 minute you can just tell me whenever you want to use them. Just you message me and be like, I want my 10 minutes, and we'll use it right then and there. Or you can tack it on to another reading, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to write Katie. You got the 10 minutes. So far, we give away 30 minutes free readings. Okay. This is going to be a question that's not as much psychic as much as it is observation. I thought this would be fun. This is one more question I'm going to give away. Let's see who is paying attention. What color nail polish am I wearing on my nails? Somebody got it. 2 people got it. Oh, yeah, you got it. You got it right. You guys are really good because I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have paid attention. Blue, you are right. Blue. Not that my nails are nicely painted, but they are blue. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that you noticed it because I know blue is your favorite color. But, Katie, you have 20 minutes. Let me just write that down. And, Alia, you have 20 minutes. Blue. I'm going to give it both to you because you both said it at exactly the same time. So, that is pretty much it. All right, you guys. I don't know if anybody has any other questions. And if you have any psychic questions that you just wanted to ask me that are just nothing to do with, I hate this haircut. So not loving this haircut. I wish I could find somebody to give me extensions because I'm not about it. Do you remember in the 80s when everybody used to wear their collars like this? Well, this collar doesn't even stay up. Anyway, I'm a little ADHD. So, if anybody has any questions that are not just about dreams, I mean, if you have any dream questions, you can, of course, ask them as well. But if you have any questions about anything in your life, any psychic questions, questions about me, anything like that, you can definitely ask right now because I'm going to be shutting this show down soon. I want to thank you guys so much, so much for joining me tonight and being here. And I really appreciate you guys so much for coming on. I do this every week, every Monday. I do a show. I don't know what next week's show is going to be about, but you know, that's going to be happening. I might do another thing where I let you guys vote. Also, what was I going to say to you? Also, I'm going to be releasing some cool, fun videos on my YouTube channel for everybody watching on YouTube. Look forward to those this week. So we got that going. So I'm just going to see if anybody had nobody else. Oh, wait, somebody else. Another great show. Oh, thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate you. I love having you here. Someday Erica will be on a show with me. Me and Erica, when we get together, it's like taking two squirrels that are on crack, throwing them in a bag, shaking them up a little bit, and then throwing them out and seeing what happens. Two squirrels on crack. I saw a condo that I liked. Do you think I'll find one that I love shortly? Yeah, I do. My strongest feeling is around the end of April. Don't settle is what I would say. Sorry, I'm looking down. You guys can see my hair. Don't settle. I feel you're going to find something that you like and that you're happy with. Don't settle. You will find something by the end of April. Yeah. All right. Yes, right. That's what I thought. Yep. We're on the same wavelength. So I have an appointment at 10 o'clock. So I will bid you guys adieu. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It was really a pleasure and it was a great show. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. And I will see you in my next video. If you guys are watching on YouTube, do me a favor and give this video a big old thumbs up for me because it helps out my channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any further videos. I will see you guys in my next show or a video, whatever happens first. I love you all and I hope you have a wonderful night. Take care.